Within 26 minutes of Khloé Kardashian posting an image of the as ever gift basket she received from Meghan had already grabbed the photo. And mere moments after that, she slapped on her signature and blasted it to her followers, even though Khloé never tagged her. In this video, we're breaking down exactly why this move screams image control and what it reveals about Meghan's mindset, and how this same tactic might be showing up in your own relationships without you realizing it. But before we begin, here's the intro. Welcome to Revealing the Narc. Join me as I highlight narcissistic traits in celebrities and public figures. Everything here is in my opinion and not professional advice. If you enjoy the analysis, please like and subscribe. In a live stream earlier today, we got into a discussion about this as ever hamper and how Meghan's quick and impulsive response is a sign of 4 different narcissistic traits. So without further ado, here is that live stream clip. The article I want to start off talking about is about the Meghan Markle, Khloé Kardashian gift basket thing. And to be honest, I wasn't going to talk a whole lot about it until I started reading this article. And I think part of it is comedy, and part of it also shows a lot of examples of some narcissistic characteristics. So the particular article that we'll go through was in the Daily Express, and it's titled Meghan Markle Snubbed by Kardashians After Sending As Ever Gift Packages. Meghan's recent encounter with the Kardashians has sparked a whirlwind of reactions. A seemingly simple gesture turned into a social media spectacle. And I want to know all of your opinions as we're going through this. I feel like the Daily Express, because we'll look at another Daily Express later in this article, later in this live stream. I feel like we kind of know where they stand with Meghan. But yeah, we'll see. She sends free stuff to millionaires, but nothing to her fans. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Priorities. Watch what people do and not what they say. It says a lot about Meghan. Yeah. All right. The article begins and says Meghan Markle had an awkward moment with the Kardashian family as she celebrated the famed family using her as ever merchandise. The hamper included bottles of wine, preserves, and an array of vegetables, with Kardashian seemingly forgetting to tag Meghan in the post. The embarrassing situation has come to light while the future of Harry and Meghan's latest Netflix deal looks troubled. So this is an image here of that basket. And the first thing that made me laugh, and really the reason I wanted to talk about this article, was the use of the word hamper. Maybe it's only in America, or maybe it's in the circles that I've been in, but whenever I talk about hamper, I think of a dirty clothes hamper, like a laundry hamper. So it was immediately funny to me that this basket was called a hamper. You all let me know in the comments if that's how you use the word hamper as well. The other thing that I noticed is that Meghan posted this 26 minutes, or she at least screenshotted it within 26 minutes of Khloé Kardashian posting it. That's fast. That is really fast. Kate says hamper is for laundry. Yeah, that's what I think too. That's what I think too. Steve says she is just fishing for compliments and likes. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. McMeow says hamper in the US and hamper in Commonwealth countries mean completely different things. I figured as much. It was just funny to me that I immediately thought of dirty clothes. Okay, so let's continue. The article then says Meghan delightedly reposted the snap, writing, "Hey, hey, all my girls with a K." But fans called out the famed family's failure. That's a lot of F's in a row, to acknowledge Meghan. One wrote, "When you send something over because you have to miss the party, except Meghan was never invited to the party." Someone else said, "My girls with a K. Is she 9? The Kardashians would probably hate it." Yikes. Yikes. Skylar. I don't know if you guys caught the live stream yesterday, but I'm all about the teleportation devices. We need some teleportation devices. They live in Calabasas, Lisa says. Okay, so that's off the 101, and I would say it's probably about an hour drive, I would say. Yeah. Oh, you grew up 30 minutes from Montecito. How exciting, Mama. Mama Sunflowers. My girls. Oh, look at that I I didn't even notice that, Mel. It's showing intimacy where none exists. This is her character. She's trying to put on this image that they're close, and none of them wished her a happy birthday as far as I can tell. We've never seen them pictured together because I'm gonna clip this out and make its own standalone video, and I already made the thumbnail. There are no pictures of Megan with, at the very least, Khloe. I know, my girls with a K, it's cringe. It's cringe. And the other thing I wanted to point out is she caught this 26 minutes in. I wish I knew how soon after she downloaded it that she posted it on social media, because creating this design that's what's the word, that's transparent, that doesn't happen fast, right? It takes time to build that out and then to combine it on top of the image. So good point, Mel S. Did I miss what Mel S says? Oh yeah, yeah, my girls. Yeah, honestly, she knows everyone. And everyone is starting to get to know her. We all are starting to know her. Pinky Lynn says, if narcissists don't feel embarrassment, what would she be feeling? I think she feels grandiose. She feels there's always excuses for why she may be. I don't want to use the term rejected. Maybe the word is like uninvited, unwelcome, not include, excluded. Excluded might be the best word to say. There's always going to be an excuse in her head to make up for why she's being excluded. So, for example, it might be, I'm so pretty than all of them that they can't invite me, because if they do, I'm just going to look so much better than all of them in the pictures. It's like things like that that I feel go through her mind to shelter her ego from being hurt. The article continues and says, and yet Khloe doesn't even follow Meghan's personal or as ever Instagram accounts, but Khloe does follow Martha Stewart. And Meghan only follows as ever. Meghan doesn't follow Khloe. So how did she know within 26 minutes that Khloe posted this? It's not like it's showing up on her feed. Now, of course, the article does go on to say that I don't know who, they're not saying who quoted this. I'm not sure where this quote is coming from, but it says, in my opinion, it's a paid advertising. Nothing is an accident with the Kardashians. Khloe was within Markle's budget. It's quite telling Khloe doesn't follow Markle or as ever. I just watched a video where Chris said they post no products unless they are getting paid for it. The pay is over 6 figures per post. So for this to happen on a birthday, Meg must have paid a fortune. And the birthday they're talking about is, I think it was, oh my gosh, was it Kylie's or Kendall's birthday? I forgot. But it was one of their birthdays. Probably got a bell alert, Lori says. Delulu. Delulu. Kate says they don't get embarrassed, which is why the second-hand embarrassment is so bad. That's why we cringe so much. Mirage says, hey, Megan, 1990 called. They said you're not a teenager anymore. Oh my goodness. Skylove says all the hearts are so high school. She even drew in some of them. So what I wanted to do next is to talk about 4 different narcissistic traits that I'm seeing in this action that Meghan took of sending the basket, posting it within 26 minutes, and all of that. The first is this hypervigilance to public mention. So the fact that Meghan saw the post within 26 minutes, despite not being tagged, despite not following Khloé Kardashian, suggests that she was either actively monitoring the Kardashian content or had her team on alert for brand mention. This constant scanning for opportunities to attach herself to high-profile figures is a form of image surveillance, which is a trait that's common in narcissists who need to control how they are perceived. This is like a partner, a friend, or a family member who constantly watches your social media or asks people about you so they can control how they're perceived. An example of this could be they comment within seconds of you posting something or bringing up something you told someone else in private, showing that they're always monitoring. The second thing is there's narcissistic supply in real time. Even though Khloe did not tag her, Meghan still rushed to share it. That's a scramble for supply. grabbing whatever public connection she can get before the moment fades, even if it's lukewarm and indirect. It's like taking crumbs of attention and presenting them like it's a feast. It's an example of this could be someone who jumps on any small scrap of praise or inclusion and blows it up into this big deal so they can look connected, important, or loved. For example, it could be someone who overhears your boss saying one nice thing about them, and suddenly they start telling everyone that they're very close to the boss, even though it's not true. The next is signature placement as a control move. So adding that signature that she had in such a quick way, that's not just efficiency, it's strategic. It transforms Chloe's post into Megan's branded content. It reframes the gift as if the relationship is mutual, making it harder for the audience to notice that the original poster didn't even acknowledge Megan. This is a narcissistic reframing tactic, flipping a narrative so the snub becomes invisible or irrelevant. It's someone who takes your gesture and rebrands it as their own, making it look like they were in control or the main player. An example of this is you cook a meal for a party and they take a picture of it and post it. We had the best night hosting, and they don't even mention you. And finally, and this is the last one, there's a lack of emotional processing before action. I've said before, Megan seems very strategic, and at the same time, she's incredibly impulsive. A non narcissistic person might feel the sting of not being tagged and decide whether or not to share after they process the information. But Megan's immediate share, without any cooling off period, points to a compulsive need to control perception and grab relevance before anyone can interpret it negatively. This could be someone who reacts instantly to rejection, snubs, or perceived criticism by doing something flashy to prove that they're still relevant, loved, or in control. An example of this is after being excluded from a group dinner, they immediately post glamorous pictures from another event to show that they're unbothered when they actually are really bothered. This is like a classmate who posts a group picture without tagging you, and within minutes, you grab it, you add your logo to it, and you post besties forever. And everyone assumes, or the goal is for everyone to assume you were the center of the event. And that's where the live stream ends. I hope you can join me on the next live stream, and I look forward to reading all your comments. If this was interesting to you, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll know every time I drop a new video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you're looking for a meaningful way to support something beyond the screen, I'd love for you to consider making a donation to the National Domestic Violence Hotline in lieu of super chats and super stickers. They provide 24/7 support and resources for people in unsafe or overwhelming situations, whether that's emotional, physical, or just hard to name. Their information is on the screen should you need to contact them, and you'll find the link to donate in the description of this video. Every little bit helps, and it means a lot. Thank you again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.